Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm MrRedClaw. Welcome back to an episode of Formula 1 2020 My Team Career, this time for the Dutch Grand Prix. But before we get into it, why not head down below, like and subscribe, because it does help out a lot. And let's get right into qualifying for, of course, as I said, the Dutch Grand Prix. So here I am out floor for my flying lap even around, of course, the Dutch Grand Prix Zandvoort circuit over here, as we get quite a weird exit out of there. But luckily, actually the exit out of that corner was a lot better than before. As you can see, 1/10 up already, or 1.5 tenths up. And well, this circuit, I'm pretty sure we got a podium here in Season 2, I think, not too sure. But in Season 1, I'm pretty sure this was the first race that we got lapped at, I think. I'm not too sure, but I think it was the first race. Of course, because I went on the curb in Turn 1. I nearly actually did that in qualifying for this race, but luckily I didn't. It was in, I'm pretty sure it was on lap 2 where I was kind of close to going on that curb. But that curb over there you have to watch out for as well. Really, if you go on at a weird angle, you just spin. It's kind of like a curb. I'm pretty sure it's like turn 5 or something in Hungary. I think it's turn 5, turn 6, something like that. Yeah, but we crossed the line. What is it going to be? About 4/10 improvement, I think that was. But it is going to be P2. Definitely a lot better than the P14 we had in the last episode, I think it was. But of course, Hamilton podium once again, 1/10 behind, with Max Verstappen in P3 and Leclerc in P4. So I guess we're going to see if he can get the lead from Turn 1.
Welcome along then to the North Sea coast and Zandvoort, 25 miles away from Amsterdam, and the host for today's Dutch Grand Prix. It's a race the great Jim Clark won on 4 occasions, leading for an astonishing total of 370 laps. A lap of this short 2.6 mile Zandvoort circuit features 14 corners, 10 to the right and 4 to the left. The main straight is 678 metres long and heads into Turn 1, the Tarzan corner. With DRS down the main straight into the braking zone, that could be the best overtaking opportunity on the track. Anthony Davidson is alongside me as usual for the race today. Let's talk about Red. That was a great podium in the last race. So can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
It's always nice to come into a Grand Prix weekend on a high, but your expectations are based much more on your practice and qualifying runs. So it's the momentum from those sessions that they'll be hoping to carry into the race today.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Red completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Leclerc, Sergio Perez, and Gasly, Sainz, Vettel, Stroll, and Esteban Ocon. Norris, Aitken, Daniel Ricciardo, and Kvyat, Russell, Grosjean, Nobuharu Matsushita, and Alexander Albon, Magnussen, King, De Vries, and Nicholas Latifi. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
And here we are lined up in P2 on the front row. Next to our teammate, like it normally is, Lewis Hamilton, of course. And it's like so. In a way, we go for the first kind of like part of the start. We were actually kind of behind, but then we kind of speed up, don't get too much wheel spin, and we get off well. And into P2 we keep it. Of course, we don't kind of get nowhere near Lewis Hamilton in Turn 1, but of course keeping P2 is also quite useful, and of course then trying to fight for P1, because it's of course going to be easier to fight for P1 from P2 than from like P3 or below. And now normally I actually record these Sunday episodes before qualifying or before the race, but sometimes even before qualifying. But this time I'm actually recording after the race. And that was a podium, the third in this podium in Formula 1 history. of course, Max Verstappen, Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris. Absolutely brilliant race. Not too many overtakes, but still quite interesting to be honest. Just kind of looking at the gaps and all of that. Of course, Sebastian Vettel, driver of the day in P5. Double points for Aston Martin, which was quite good. Now I've had lap 4, 3/10 away from Lewis Hamilton over there. It kind of took me about 3 laps to kind of get into the groove of the circuit, just kind of get ready and kind of, well, find my braking points like properly in the race, of course with the heavier car, with the more fuel, and just kind of, well, get ready to kind of mount a charge on Lewis Hamilton. As you can see, purple last lap, but red first and second sector over there, as we are still 3/10 behind on lap 5 now, but I was 6/10 behind, just to kind of lose a little bit of time out of the first corner. But as you can see over here, lap 6, still getting closer and closer. As you can see, running in the negatives on fuel now, so we're going to have to save some fuel later on, if we want to finish, which of course we do, even if it is going to be a P2. Of course, still want those points to be able to fight for the championship this year. Of course, we lost in season 5 to Lewis Hamilton by, I think it was about 5 points, but no, maybe a bit more than that, about 10 I think. But yeah, I don't want that to happen again, as on to lap 7 we are still 3, 4, 5, 6 tenths behind Lewis Hamilton, as there's some yellow flags and Charles Leclerc is out of the session, kind of basically like what happened in the race. But of course he didn't even start the race, sadly, from pole position. That would have been quite exciting to see if Max Verstappen would have still been able to get a good start, being able to pass Leclerc on the line, or if he was just going to, I don't know, sit in the P2 and stay there. You never know. But as you saw over there, I am going to pit on this lap because, well, it's a kind of like a free pit stop. Not fully, it's of course not a full safety car, it's a virtual safety car, but it still slows you down. So I'm going to box over here. There you go, Verstappen only passing just now, and Perez over there. Here's Gasly coming over there. That's quite a strong P2, 3, 4 for Honda over there, as we come out just behind Gasly over there. We need to slow down because of the delta time. As you can see, virtual safety car ending just now. You need to slow down a little bit, and I kind of got the restart off quite badly, because if I would have carried on going up the hill full throttle, I would have actually probably gone positive in the delta, and that would have been bad, of course. Got a 5-second penalty, I'm not too sure, as Gasly tries squeezing us out over there like Schumacher did to, of course, his teammate Barrichello, or not his teammate at that time, but Barrichello, pretty sure it was in Hungary, I'm pretty sure, 2006 maybe? Maybe it was when he was at Mercedes, I'm not really sure, but it kind of reminded me of that move over there. As over here, lap 10, I'm pretty sure that is Verstappen and Hamilton pitting for the medium tyres. That is absolutely brilliant. So we're already, well, we gained about, what, like 6 seconds from that virtual safety car pit stop. We're about like a second behind Hamilton now. We are 5.2 seconds ahead of Lewis Hamilton. I'm not really sure what the game wants me to do a 2-stop. It never makes sense to do a 2-stop for a 25% race, unless the tyre wear was like crazy, but it's not like that. I've got a fully upgraded car, the tyre wear is basically nothing. So I'm not really sure. Of course, it's going to show me like the arrows kind of come in to the pit lane, but of course I'm not going to box anymore, because I'm going to the end on these mediums now. And over here, I'm pretty sure lap 14, yeah, lap 14 was the first time I was going for the fastest lap of the race, trying to kind of secure the fastest lap. As you can see, I've got the fastest lap right now, but in the first sector I was 27 milliseconds off. In the second one I was about like another like 20-something milliseconds off, and I improved by 14 milliseconds over there. So always something, you never know. Lewis Hamilton could get 14 milliseconds around my time, but you never know. As on lap 17, as you can see, going for another fastest lap, but first and second sector on these medium tyres, I couldn't improve my time. I was thereabouts of what I did before. As you can see, there was like 37 milliseconds I think it was, and then like 20 something in the second sector, but it's the third sector that I could improve, and there we go, by 0.161 seconds, nearly 2 tenths, 1.5 tenths over there. But there you go, that was good. Now I need to slow down, put remixer on. And that was actually when Hamilton kind of caught up with his had on unit to save fuel. But still, a comfortable 2.5 seconds to Lewis Hamilton. I really wasn't worried that he was going to catch me up to the course this final lap now. And well, brilliant race. Got the virtual safety car pit stop just correct to, of course, get the lead into P1. So from P2 to P1, across the line,
Fantastic
in P1,
drive,
we'll be
just
P1.
fantastic. You deserved that race win.
And a crash to celebrate.
And with that, we wrap up yet another incredible Grand Prix weekend. Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
I think a large part of the result comes down to temperament. They were able to keep their heads when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car, to maximise the strategy, and to stay out of trouble.
The faces on our top three look so incredibly happy as they make their way up to the podium. A much-deserved victory and a brilliant performance from them all.
So we couldn't beat Lewis Hamilton in qualifying, but we beat him when it mattered in the race. So that is 1 win to 1 win for me and Lewis Hamilton over there, with Verstappen finishing off the podium. So we are on 44 points each. I'm pretty sure this was the same case on round 2 in season 5 as well, so kind of funny over there. Constructor standings, we are leading that basically one already as Red Bull comes into P2, I'm pretty sure from quite far down the grid. Really did good. I'm pretty sure it was a P3 and 4 or 3 and 5 for them over here. But there you go, we won. We are equal on points with Lewis Hamilton. I guess we're going to see what's going to happen in the next round. But for now, that is going to be it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.